then the question is just if I think the media portrays religious groups in a negative light. I would say that the media not necessarily paints religious groups in a negative light, although it can happen. I would say it's not usually what they aim for. I think that that's just the nature of the groups. If they are doing something that is morally or ethically wrong, then they will obviously be casted in a negative light by the media, not because the media is inherently trying to make them look bad, but because by society's norms, they will be seen in a bad light. That doesn't mean that the media doesn't actually go out and try to make groups look, tries to shine them in a bad light.
I do think the media presents a negative image of religious group, sometimes even on purpose. However, it's hard to blame them for spreading stereotypes. The media always tend to report negative events which may catch their audience's eyes or even cause panic, especially those related to massive disputes or terrorism. Moreover, I think stereotype originally came out when the public see between group or between culture differences. Yes, a large number of negative reports may reinforce the stereotypes that already exist, but apparently they're not only limited to religious groups.
I believe that the media does portray a negative aspect or certain stereotypes with Christians, specifically versus possibly Catholic religions. Personally, I was baptized Presbyterian, which is a which is a Christian religion, and my dad is a confirmed Catholic. And through my life, I feel like I have wanted to convert to being Catholic just for the specific I think traditions and symbols that they represent, but I also feel when I listen to the media and I listen to people who are highly represented in the Catholic religion or Christian religion, they obviously view one as more negative than the other, and I think that pulls it back because I kind of have to think about what my faith represents and not what is represented in the media.
Like, for example, you could argue that you know, I'm not trying to come up with an example like trying to like call out CNN, but you could make an argument that certain political messages tend to be, how would I say, like certain news organizations will have their opinions about certain groups. And so, for example, if the Westboro Baptist Church, which is a Christian organization, they have a very strong stance about abortion. So, you know, a group, not to say CNN, but just for this example, if CNN doesn't agree with that view, they will not necessarily intrinsically, but they will cast them in a bad light. But that doesn't mean that they were out to get the Westboro Baptist Church. It just happens to be that the Westboro Baptist Church is just doing something that people don't usually agree with.
For example, one of the things that I see stereotype versus religion is often associated with people's political views. So if a person may have a more liberal mindset versus a conservative mindset, whatever religion they fall under, I think they kind of let that influence what they practice within the religion.